Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to show you step-by-step how to start a personal development blog and make money. Alright, so what we're going to do today is I'm going to define what a personal development blog is. I'm actually going to show you a few examples of websites that are doing it already. Next, I'm going to help you pick a niche and then explain why you need to niche down as a brand new blog or website. After that, I'm going to help you get web hosting. I'm going to explain to you what web hosting is and why you need it. After that, we are going to install WordPress. We are then going to install a WordPress theme. I'm actually going to show you how to install both a free and premium WordPress theme, and then some changes that you absolutely have to make so that your website starts getting traffic. Traffic equals money, so you want to get as much traffic as possible. I'm going to show you and tell you how to start writing. And then after that, we're going to look at some ways that you can make money and why you need to share your content on social media in the very beginning. Also, we're going to talk about how many blog posts you need to write before you determine if your website is a success or failure. Check out the first 3 links in the description, as those are the 3 links that I'll be referencing throughout this video. So first things first, what is a personal development blog? A personal development blog is simply a blog where you take an aspect and try and help people improve their life. There's so much to personal development, whether it's in career, it's personal, it's relationships. You are simply going to answer questions, solve problems in the personal development niche. So when we take a look at this website here, it's called theblissfulmind.com. That's exactly what this person is doing. They have taken one aspect of personal development, they're writing on it to help the reader, which is you or me or your potential audience, solve a problem. And you're going to do the exact same thing. So if we click on blog here, you're going to see they have picked a niche and they are writing on that topic. Now, when you first get started, you have no domain authority. Google doesn't know, like, or trust your content. So what you want to do is you want to build domain authority. And the best way to build domain authority is simply to pick a niche and then niche down. As you know, personal development is a large space. It can involve self-awareness, self-knowledge, again, improving your career, your personal, interpersonal skills. There's a lot to it. And so what I recommend that you do in the very beginning is pick a niche and then niche down. So if we're talking about personal development, if I just type in personal development here, and this, what I'm doing is I'm typing in personal development into a keyword explorer. It's going to help us find keywords, and I'm going to click search. You're going to see the personal development niche is difficult. It's not too bad. I've seen much more difficult. On a scale of 0 to 100, 100 being impossible, 52 isn't that bad. What we can do is we can take a look at some of the matching terms here and see a mixture of green, yellow, and even some red or orange of people talking about different aspects or components of personal development. What I recommend that you do is actually go back over to overview. So we are going to take a look at self-awareness. So if I just paste this in right like that, you're going to see self-awareness is a little bit more difficult, but there's also more opportunity. So I'm going to click on matching terms again. And here you're going to see 97,000 monthly searches, 16,000 keywords. Now again, there's lots of components to personal development. You want to pick a niche and then niche down. What you could even do is find a niche within here. So if we're looking at this definition meaning, what does self-awareness mean? We could go through and find different keywords and even niche down self-awareness examples, for example. Let's take a look at this. We're going to copy this and we're going to go back over to overview, hit enter. So as you can see, not as difficult, but if we go over to matching terms, you can see that there are 660 monthly searches, and we could potentially start getting traffic if we write and answer these questions. So that is picking a niche and then niching down. Another aspect of niching down is you could focus only on women or only on men or only on black men. That could be an opportunity as well to grow further, faster by picking a niche and niching down. All right, so now that we've covered what a personal development blog is, how to pick a niche and then niche down, the next step is simply to get web hosting. In order for your website to be seen on the internet, it needs to be hosted somewhere. And to host it, you need to host it on a server. A server is basically a hard drive that has access to the internet. You are going to work with a web hosting provider, the first link in the description, to get web hosting. When you click that first link, you actually get a domain name for free for the first year. A domain name is how people refer to your website. For example, theblissfulmind.com is the domain name. When you click that first link, you'll actually be able to get a domain name and your web hosting all set up. It takes about 10 minutes. Actually, I'm going to walk you through how to set it up right now. When you click that link, you'll be taken to this website where you'll go ahead and click Get Started. What I recommend is to click the first one on the far left, the basic plan, if you're just getting started with a website. As you can see, there are a number of options, but click that, click select, and then move on. Here you're going to create a domain name. If you have one in mind, you can type it in here like you see that I do. What I recommend is try and find a domain name that's going to be related to your niche. Now, what I do is I type in a domain name that I know is already taken. When it's taken, you're going to get this error. What you can then do is go back and try different domains. Now, make sure, again, you want to pick one that's related to your niche. Click next, and then you're going to see a green box that says that it's approved. The next step is simply to go through and enter in your contact information. Make sure that when you scroll down here, make sure that you leave all of the settings on. But again, enter in your contact information, the settings right here where it says domain privacy, leave all of this checked. If you don't leave it checked, you're going to get people reaching out to you, spamming you, emailing you, trying to get you to sign up for web hosting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sign up and then jump back to you once I sign on and move to the next step. All right, so I've signed up and I'm going to go ahead and set up my website initially. Just create a simple username and password, make sure it meets the requirements there, and then move on. Make sure that you write it down too. Write it down in a safe spot so that you have it and you remember it, because it can be a pain to go ahead and get everything back. You're going to have to enter in like some vital information, but just make sure that you write it down. It's really easy and really simple. Now, one thing that I do want to note is that this part is not sped up at all. This is actual real time, and you can see that you'll go from absolutely nothing to a complete website in less than probably 10 minutes. And once you click submit, you're going to move on to the next step where you get to log in. Here is where you're actually going to start creating your WordPress website. Now, the great thing is Bluehost really does everything for you, and it's really simple. So again, I'm not speeding this up at all, and I want you to see what it really takes to create a website. Bluehost is going to do a little bit of work in the background for you, and we're just going to actually click on skip this step. This one, first one I clicked on start a blog, but for the next step, just click skip, because we know what we're doing, and I'm actually going to tell you what to do so that we can get up and running. Click get started right here on the left hand side, and then move on. Just click skip here and click skip here, and then just pick the first one on the far left. Make sure that you're picking a free theme, because they'll charge you. They have both free and premium themes, which I'll talk about in just a moment. So right now it's actually creating your WordPress website. In just a few moments, you're going to click on log in to WordPress on the right hand side there. You'll see it in just a second. And then we can actually start looking at some basic configurations. All right, so we click log in, and now we actually have a WordPress website. What may need to happen is you may need to click refresh a few times to get it to work, but now we have our website, as you can see. Now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to log in and delete a few plugins, because right now it has the coming soon. And so if someone tried to get to your website at this moment, it's going to say coming soon to them, even though we can see it. This is what your WordPress website looks like, but for everyone else outside of your network, it's going to say coming soon. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down to plugins eventually, and we're going to delete some of the plugins that we don't need. Now, I talk a little bit about plugins later on, but plugins add additional features and functionality. We are going to deactivate the Bluehost as well as the other plugins that are already activated, and then we can go through and make the necessary changes, which I'll cover in just a moment. So we're going to deactivate them and then delete them. Now you want to make sure that you only have the plugins that you're using on your website. The more plugins you have, the slower your website's going to respond and function, and you're going to lose out on ranking. So make sure you have a lean setup, very few plugins, and then move on. As you can see right now, I'm just simply deleting some stuff that you don't need. If you want to, you could keep them, but obviously if you're just getting started, you don't need this other stuff. What's more important is the themes that we're going to talk about in just a moment, as well as getting writing. So I'm just going to go ahead and delete those, deactivate them, and then we're actually going to start moving on to settings, which you see right here. All right, so let's go ahead and make some changes that we absolutely have to make so that you can start getting traffic. The first thing you want to do is you want to change your site title. Your site title is going to be the title of your website. You can make this basically your domain name. For example, my domain name is Web Hosting Rewind, and you can see that's my site title. And then the tagline is basically what your website's all about in a very succinct manner. As you can see here, mine says, get the latest news and info on all things web hosting. What you want to do is make sure that yours is relevant to your niche. For example, if you are creating content about makeup, you can say, come here for the latest tips and tricks for all things makeup. Next, you want to make sure that your WordPress address is HTTPS and not HTTP. Make sure your site address is HTTPS as well. And then the administration email should automatically be set. Uncheck the membership so that anyone can register. Make sure that this is unchecked. If we scroll down here, you want to change your time zone to your time zone. There are all sorts of them here. Next, you want to make sure that you have your date format set to the way you want, and then go ahead and click Save. If we go down to writing, there isn't anything in writing that we need to change. After that, we're going to go to reading. In reading, very important, you want to make sure that your homepage displays to your latest post. That's the first thing. And the second one is you want to make sure that your search engine visibility is unchecked. Do not check this. Discourage search engines from indexing this site. You do not want this, because if this is checked, people aren't going to be able to find your website, and everything that we do after this is going to be a waste. So go ahead and click Save. This should be unchecked. Next, if we go down to discussion, there really isn't anything that we need to change here. Media, we can leave this as is, and then permalinks is going to be really important. Right now, your permalinks are set to plain. You want to change it to post name. This is done for search engine optimization. What's going to happen is when we create a new blog post, we are going to make it so that it's search engine optimized. We're going to use the keyword in our title, and that keyword is going to show up right here as well. And this is called search engine optimization. Make sure that it's set to post name, and then go ahead and click Save. And really, that's everything that you need to do to make sure that you start getting traffic. Now that we've installed WordPress, we've installed a free WordPress theme. We're actually going to go back and install a premium WordPress theme, and I'll explain why in just a moment. We've made some important changes to our website so that we can start getting traffic. As I mentioned, we just installed a free WordPress theme. That free theme has very basic features and functionality, and you want to get a premium WordPress theme because it has additional features. For example, this right here, the blissfulmind.com, is an example of a premium WordPress theme. There are additional features and functionality. For example, it has social links over here. There's just a lot more to it, a lot more engaging, and it really fits this author's aesthetic. So what I recommend that you do is click the second link in the description to go to this website so that you can find a premium WordPress theme. And the cool thing about this website is you can just type in any niche idea and they're going to have a WordPress theme for you. So we hit personal development. As you can see, there are a bunch of different premium WordPress themes. These themes range from $17 to probably $99, but they're designed to be A, more personal, B, they offer more features. For example, this is a coaching WordPress theme. If you have a coaching program where you potentially could make money, this could be a great theme for you because it's already integrated. You don't have to go download a bunch of other plugins, which we can talk about another time. But as you can see with this one would fit nicely if you had a coaching program. So what you're going to do is you're going to go through and you're going to find a WordPress theme that you like. You're going to press this button here to add it to your cart. Once you add it to your cart, you are going to check out and you are going to buy that theme. Once you buy the theme, you're going to download a zip file to your computer. You are going to unpack that zip file, and there's going to be a second zip file. What we're going to do is we're going to head back over to our WordPress dashboard. We're going to go to Appearance. We're going to click on Themes, and then we're going to click on Add New. When we click on Add New, we're going to click on Upload Theme. And then you're simply going to drag and drop that new theme right here, or you can search for it manually by clicking Choose File. Regardless of the method, click on Install Now and then Activate, and then you're going to have a brand new updated theme. If we jump back over here, the next step is to just start writing. Now, I get 3 questions when it comes to starting a blog. How long should my blog post be? How do I start writing, and how many blog posts do I need? I'm going to answer those first 2 right now. To get started writing, we're going to go back over here. We're going to grab a keyword from, let's say, self-awareness examples. We're just going to grab this keyword, copy this. We're going to go back over here. We're going to go to Posts, and then we are going to click on Add New. When we click on Add New, this is going to bring up this blank page, and we are going to paste in our keyword. The reason why we're doing it this way is because people are coming to the internet and they're searching this question. They're typing in self-awareness examples, and we are targeting that keyword so that we are optimized in search. It's called search engine optimization. And so really we want to decide how long our blog post should be, and it really all depends. The blog post should only be as long as it needs to be. It should only be as long as it needs to be to answer the question, and it should only be around the same size or a little bit larger than your competitors. And to figure out what your competitors are doing, go to Google, paste in your keyword, hit enter, and let's take a look and see how long this blog post should be. One thing that you want to do is, looking at this is probably about a 3,500 word post. One of the reasons why you want to look at what your competitors are doing is so that you can actually answer questions that they didn't answer in their post. So we're just going to scroll down here, and I'm going to right click. Now, word count or word length doesn't guarantee success. It's just a good barometer to let you know if you're on track. So this is a 2,100 word blog post. You could write 2,500 words or 3,000 words as long as you are completely answering the question and you're not adding in a bunch of filler and fluff. So again, what I recommend that you do is just skim through and see if they missed out some things. Are there still questions that are left unanswered in this blog post? So let's go back over here to our blog post, and what we're going to do is answer the question how to start writing. When I start writing and before I start a blog post, I like to take about 10 minutes to do a little brainstorming. And in my brainstorming, I type in who, what, when, where, why, and how. And while this is an exercise that we did back in elementary school, this will help you start writing, because what you're going to do is you're going to take about 10 minutes to really answer these questions with regard to our keyword. We could say where to find self-awareness examples. Now, it's key when you're doing this, you don't have to get your words spelled correctly. You're just brainstorming. We could say, why is this a good example of self-awareness? And again, you want to take about 10 minutes and really do this so that you can make your blog post much easier. You can write much faster, and you're going to be able to write much longer because you have basically an outline already set up. So once you go through 10 or 15 minutes of brainstorming, you're going to keep the ones that make sense and delete the ones that aren't going to be useful to your blog post. So what you're going to do, let's say we want to keep this one. Why this is a good example of self-awareness. It's an incomplete sentence, but it's what we're going to use for this example. We're simply going to turn this into a heading, and this is going to be an H2. And what we're going to do is we're just going to go down and we're going to answer this question. This is a good example of self-awareness because, and then you're just going to obviously answer the question. But when you do this, this helps you come up with ideas. This helps you create a blog post where you're going to answer your customer's question, you're going to solve their problem, and they're not going to have to go back to Google and search more questions. In addition, you are going to build credibility and trust. And then once you build trust, you can sell them things if that's your ultimate goal. Now let's go back over to our slide deck. In fact, what we're going to talk about next is how to make money. Now there are a number of ways to make money with your website. Let's see if we can see a few right here. Now this is one way to make money, is simply to collect emails. The benefit of collecting emails is you can send people back to your blog post. You can send them right to offers, things that you are promoting, things that you are selling. Maybe you're having a book tour and you want to invite them to the book tour. You can do that all with email marketing. That's just one way. It doesn't look like they are running ads, but you could also run ads right on your website. You could start with a company called Google Adsense. It's an ad network that a lot of people use, a lot of bloggers use to make money. What you'll do is you'll basically just sign up for a free account and they'll automatically place ads right on your website. You won't have to do anything except for obviously sign up and go through the sign up process and verify that it's your email and your website. Now, I do want to let you know that Google AdSense does not pay very much, hardly anything, pennies on the dollar when you first get started. But when you start getting significant traffic, 10,000 page views per month, for example, you can move to premium ad networks and they're going to pay you a significant amount more for placing ads. If you want another way to make money, you can make money with affiliate marketing. Now, affiliate marketing is simply recommending or selling other people's products or services. Now, what you want to do is you want to go out and find products that are congruent or in line with what your target audience is looking for. If personal development is your niche, you might want to look at something like Tony Robbins. Maybe he has an affiliate program. I know he has an affiliate program that you could recommend or refer your clients to. The way that affiliate marketing works is you go out and find different companies that you want to work with. You apply to become an affiliate, and then you get unique URLs called affiliate links that you're going to place on your blog or website. If you want to learn more about affiliate marketing, the second link in the description has a free course to affiliate marketing. Another way that you can make money is you can actually sell your own physical or digital products. Let's go back over here. If you have a coaching program, you can sell that right from your blog or website. and it just requires a few additional plugins. That's outside the scope of this video, but that is an opportunity as well. As you can see, this person is doing that. They're selling different things right on their website, and they're making even more money just by selling their own products. Now that we know a few ways to make money, the next thing you want to do is go out and share your content on social media. The reason why you want to share your content on social media is because Google doesn't trust your website just yet. And so in the very beginning, they're comparing your content to the content that's already on the internet and just want to make sure that it's quality and it's going to improve Google's customers' lives. And so in the beginning, what I recommend, because you're not going to get any traffic, is go out and post your content in relevant locations. If there is a Reddit subreddit geared towards personal development, share your content there with approval. Start a Facebook group, join other Facebook groups, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you name it, you can share it there and start building a following and get people back to your website. I recommend that you do that in the very beginning so that you can actually start getting traffic and making money much sooner than waiting on Google. And the final question that I get a lot is, how many blog posts should I write before I determine if my website's a success or failure? I personally recommend that you should write at least 50 blog posts before you decide on a direction of your website. Now, 50 may seem like it's a lot, but it's not really that much when you look at all of the blog posts that are being written every single day. You want to make sure that you have enough content out there that gives yourself and gives Google an opportunity to accurately compare your content versus the content that's already out there. You want to build domain authority, and you're going to have 50 blog posts within one keyword, which is going to help you be seen as a subject matter expert. So I think 50 blog posts is a good metric. Now, I recommend that you write every day for 50 days or write every other day for 100 days and then see where you fall. Now, again, make sure you check out the 3 links in the description. The first one is to get web hosting. The second one is to get a premium WordPress theme. And the third one is to a free affiliate marketing course. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next video.